welcome back to my channel. So by seeing the title you already know what this video is going to be, but yeah, I feel like fantasy is one of the difficult genre to get into because I've read thrillers, I've read romance, I've read um, historical fiction, I've read literary fiction, I've read so many other different genres, but they are all, personally, I feel like they are all quite easy to get into because they happen in the same universe as us. But when it comes to fantasy, it could be really intimidating because the world is different and there might be magical systems which is quite difficult to understand and get into. And in the beginning, when you start to read a fantasy book, if at all you don't like it or if you feel like you're not understanding, then it might make you feel like you're dumb and you're not meant for fantasy, you don't want to read fantasy anymore, so it might give you that feeling. So for that reason, I have here some of the books that I feel is quite easy to get into, and they are very easy to read, and the world is also easy to understand, the magic systems are easy to understand, so that you will enjoy the book, you don't have to think too much about it and it just flows. So yeah, here are some of the books, fantasy books, that are easy to get into so you can enjoy and read more fantasy going forward. The first book that I have here is Shatami by Tahira Mafi. So this is a very long series. I believe there are like 8 or 10 books. Even I'm in the middle of this series, but trust me, this is so easy to get into and you can literally read this in one day. This is a dystopian fantasy novel, which means the world is very similar to ours. In this, we have this girl who is being locked up in this cell, and the world is taken over by this re-establishment, and every decision is taken by this re-establishment. And this girl, she is locked up because she has this magical ability. Whoever touches her dies. She has a deadly touch. So yeah, that's what we are following, and she's tired of being locked up all her life, so that's what we are following. It's very interesting and very easy to get into, so you can, as I said, literally read this in one day, one sitting. So yeah, I have heard that this whole series is very easy. I have read 3 to 4 books and they are all quite easy, so I highly recommend starting with this one. The next book that I have here is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This is a duology, and the second book is called Unravel the Dusk. So in this we follow Maya. It's pronounced like Maia, so I'm gonna pronounce it as Maya. So Maya wants to become the best seamstress in this land. Her father was a tailor, but he's aged and he's unwell, so he's now not able to stitch. In this land, however, the best women can hope is to get married to a rich, nice guy and be happy. But when this person comes from the king's palace to ask her father or her brother to participate in this competition to become king's tailor, she goes there disguised as her brother to participate in this competition. So that's what this book is about, and it's very easy to get into because it's a young adult book, and the magic system is also very easy to understand. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. The next book is The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. So in this we follow Orquídea Divina and her children and grandchildren. Orquídea Divina's house never went out of food, water, or whatever that's required. Even her children and grandchildren have some like magical abilities. So they don't know how they got this magical ability. So when they get this invitation from Orquídea to attend her funeral, and get the inheritance, they all come looking for answers, and right in front of their eyes she turns into a tree. So yeah, they are trying to figure out what happened to her now, or how she got the magical abilities, what was her past, and all those things. So it's really entertaining, it's easy to get into, and it's standalone book. So once you read this book, you are done. You don't have to read many more books to know the answers for the questions that you get from this book. So yeah, this is very entertaining and the cover is gorgeous, so I highly recommend this one. The next book is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. In this we follow Linus Baker, who is a caseworker in the department in charge of magical youth. So his work is to go to orphanages and see how well the kids are taken care of and how dangerous they are. And when he's sent to this island to see how very dangerous 6 kids are taken care of, and yeah, how dangerous they are. He just goes there and meets this caretaker of those kids and just, yeah, falls in love with all of them. So that's what this is about, and it's very cute, very sweet, very entertaining, and very easy to get to. So I highly recommend this one. The next and the last book is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So this is a trilogy, this is a 3-book series, and the third book is yet to come out. So in this we follow Evangeline Fox, who believes in happily ever after and true love. But when her true love, according to her, the true love of her life, decides to marry somebody else, she's heartbroken, so heartbroken that she makes a deal with one of the fate. In this world, fates are not to be trusted and they are very cunning. So she makes pact with this fate called Jack, who is called Prince of Hearts. So yeah, she makes a pact, and in return he asks for 3 kisses to be given at the time and place of his choosing. So yeah, that's all I can say about this book. This was very entertaining. I did not love the first book. I loved it, but not as much to give it 5 stars. But however, I loved the second book so much, and this is so easy to get into, so easy. It's a young adult fantasy novel, so it's very easy to get into it. It's so entertaining, you cannot, literally you cannot put it down. So I highly recommend this one. So yeah, these are all the books. I feel like they are very easy to get into fantasy, and they are not very difficult to understand. The magic systems are not difficult, and the writing is also very easy to get into in these books. So some of these are young adult books, so again they are very easy to understand. So yeah, let me know, try these books, and let me know if you loved them or even liked some of these. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.